Alright guys, so let's go ahead and give our reaction to the injury report going into this week. So starting off right away, we played the Colts this weekend, but keep in mind they're 7-5. This is not a team that is trash, bad, down on anything. I mean, I think they're very even to what we are right now. They have Gardner Minshew at quarterback, who's actually playing pretty dang well. They had a very hard-fought battle with the Titans last week, the team that absolutely demolished us, so it's going to be a long game. It definitely will be. But this is a winnable game. And, moving forward, we have this game, we have the Vikings game, and then we have the Browns game. All three of those are winnable. I know the Browns game is crazy to say that, but it's in Cleveland. I'm sorry, it's in Cincinnati, which is a W. And, of course, they might not have their starting quarterback. I mean, I guess DTR would be the starter, but they don't have Nick Chubb. They're not going to be 100%. It's in Cincinnati. Jake Browning right now is looking like he could be a top 5 quarterback of all time. He's on pace, actually, if he keeps up his 300 yards a game, but it's not going to happen. But anyway, though, my point is, this is a winnable game. So going into this game, we have to play smart. We ran the ball 31 times last week. Chase Brown is back on the injury report. Now, based on what Zach Taylor said on Monday, Tuesday was going to be a simple walkthrough, which was just simply them going through normal processes, but a little bit of a light session. Wednesday was back to normal process. And yeah, so limited participant in practice for Chase Brown. Is this surprising? Not really too much. Obviously, Chase Brown missed earlier this year with a hamstring injury, so hamstring injuries they never go away, man. They're like the ugly cousin that always comes back. I don't know why I said cousin, but they're like the ugly thing that always comes back, okay? You gotta deal with them, and you really don't get to get rid of them until you have an extended period of rest. Obviously, Chase Brown had that 4 or 5 weeks that he was out, but again, like I said, you're gonna have to probably have a whole offseason to fully recover from a hamstring injury. Depends on the severity, but based on what we understand, the severity is not awful. We'll have to keep an eye out on him, though, for this upcoming weekend, because right now he's limited, but if he does practice, the next 2 days in practice, he should be fine to go for this upcoming weekend. So hopefully that works out pretty well. Akeem Davis-Gaither had a rest day, which is really not surprising with his knee injury he's had, throughout the whole entire season so far. BJ Hill had a rest day, and Sam Hubbard had a rest day. Now, Jonah Williams has a back injury. He was a limited participant in practice, and coming off of literally the worst back-to-back game performance for our offensive lineman this whole year, whose name is not Cordell Volson. Seeing that he's injured, did that affect him in the game? Did that cause him to play any worse? I don't know, and I'm not going to sit here and speculate, because if we look at his last week performance, by the way, if anyone is new here, I do run blocking. You see run block grade and then pass block grade. Every single week, I do run blocking and pass blocking for that said week, so that's why I have it twice. Just anyone, I think Alex commented down below and asked, and just a little shout out there for anyone, not just Alex, but anyone who doesn't know this. But if we look at, last week, pass blocking grade, Jonah, worst pass blocking grade, period. 36 pass blocking grade, which you might think, whoa, is that the lowest on the season? No, because we have a guy named Cordell Volson. And Cordell Volson physically got 0 versus the Rams. Like, Aaron Donald said, you know what? What's the lowest we can make in human history? That's 0. All right, Cordell Volson, we're going to get 0. So, yeah, that's a thing. Other than that 0, though, the other lowest was the Ravens game, Cordell Volson. And then, you thought 36 was low? Well, what about the Ravens game again? Cordell Volson. He ended up getting 29.7. And also, last week, Jonah had a 27.4. So, again, like I said, and Alex Kappa had a 12.7. Wow, our line sucks this year. I'm sorry, but our line has been buns this year for a lot of these games. But yeah, Jonah having that back injury, maybe that caused him to have back-to-back bad games. Maybe this is something he's been dealing with. Against the Ravens, he was actually pretty dang good. Pretty horrendous versus the Texans. Bills game, he was actually serviceable. 49ers game, he was actually pretty good. So, We'll have to wait and see on that one. Keep in mind, we don't really have a backup for, Jonah Williams if he does go down with injury. We let L. Collins go, right? So now we don't have a backup right tackle who would be immediate fit / come in and be the starter. We have, obviously, Cody Ford, or we would have to go with Jackson Carman. And this is, again, I know I saw some people comment down below and say, no, L. Collins, we don't need him back. He's a trash can. He's not that good. He's overrated. But listen, and to have someone in our system that knows our offense, knows our blocking schemes, and be able to come in and be actually okay, I'd rather take that over taking Jackson Carman at right tackle. Jackson Carman at right tackle is pretty much the equivalent of just having nobody. Like, just have the mic card out there. I'm still going to say this till the end of this year, I'm just saying, if we try one game where we put the Mike Cart at right tackle or left guard, tell me we would not play better. I need to hear it. Tell me we would play better. Because if we put that Mike Cart, right, that Mike Cart is 4.5 feet tall. You might say, well, then then they can just go right through it. Yeah, but when that falls backwards, that's 4.5 feet from where the offensive line is to the quarterback. That's a blocking. That blocks 4.5 feet. You're going to tell me a defensive lineman running full speed is going to be able to maneuver in that Mike Cart and get to the quarterback? He's going to trip and fall and hurt himself. And you know what that means? The defensive lineman, out of the NFL safety protocol, they have to make it. Whoever's going against that Mike Cart is not allowed to pass rush. Is not allowed to rush the passer because they could injure themselves and that could cause injuries. So that's what I'm saying. Just put the Mike Cart in there. It would be better than Volson. It would be better than Jonah Williams. I think overall wise, if I had to, from now on, I might start adding the Mike Cart because the Mike Cart will always get 100% grade wise. They'll always get the 100 out of 100 because it is undefeated at offensive line. It's so good that they can't legally put it in there. Some would say safety concerns. Some would say because it would ruin it would make the offensive line so good, it would ruin the production of football. Hi. Their side, their cornerback, Julius Brents, a rookie. He has a quad injury, did not participate in practice. Braden Smith, knee injury, did not participate in practice. EJ Speed, knee injury, did not participate in practice. This is something I saw recently, about a week ago. I'm sorry, I'm old. Jonathan Taylor, who they said was probably not going to be active for our game versus this upcoming Sunday. I saw this before last week. And it looks like he might not. He has a thumb injury and did not participate in practice. DeForest Buckner, shoulder injury, did full participate in practice. Thank you, Kyle Shanahan, for giving them DeForest Buckner a couple years ago. Because now we have to play the guy. Tyquan Lewis, defensive end, has an ankle injury, full participant in practice. Grover Stewart, D tackle, it says not injury related, returning from suspension. Okay, full participant in practice. So, they have some injured guys. Listen, they have Anthony Richardson, the starting quarterback, out for the season. We have some injured guys, and we're going to have to just figure something out to get this job done. So what we're going to have to do, it's going to be a long game. It's going to be a tough game. But we got this, guys. Who they think going to beat them Bengals? Who they think going to beat them Bengals? Nobody.